The Cairngorms are so beautiful. Going over pathless terrain for 4 to 5 kilometers. Miles and miles of heather and bog. This has been a really tough day so far. The perfect day. I'm so happy that I'm feeling better. It's really warm now. I don't know how I can climb it. Really hard now. There's no path whatsoever. I definitely don't want to go up there if there's thunder and lightning.
Hi, I'm Elli. I'm a long-distance hiker and backpacker. In May of 2024, I took part in the Great Outdoors Challenge and embarked on a 350-kilometer long solo hike across Scotland. This is part 5 of my adventure. Come join me for days 11 to 13, where I hiked from Braemar to Gelder Shiel, onto Tarfside and then to Charr Bothy.
Good morning everyone on day 11 of the Great Outdoors Challenge. I really slept in today, which is really nice. Apparently I really needed it. I feel so much better now, and I can really feel that my cold is really getting better and going away. I've made a decision yesterday, because when you hand in the route for your Great Outdoors Challenge, you always have to give alternative routes that are more low level and easier. You can take if the weather is pretty bad, or if you just don't feel really great, if you want to have an easier option, just something like that. And originally for today I was planning to hike Jock's Road, which is quite a hard walk. I think it goes up to over 900 meters, which is probably the hardest bit on my crossing, I think, and it's 25 kilometers. It's quite tough. And yesterday I was thinking about it, and I don't want to overdo it, and I don't want to feel bad after. So I decided not to do this, even though I was really excited to see it, because apparently it's a very beautiful walk. But I mean, it's beautiful everywhere, almost in Scotland, so yeah. But instead I've chosen to take my alternative route over the next 2 days, which leaves me with a much shorter day today, only about 14-15 kilometers. I'm basically hiking from Braemar towards Ballater, and then from there up into the hills, but it's not nearly as high. Hiking towards Gelder Shiel. Yeah, that's the plan, which is also why I really slept in, and I'm going to take it easy today. I'm going to get packed up and getting a coffee and breakfast in Braemar. So let's go. This is Braemar, and I feel like it's basically like you would picture a village in the Highlands. But it also feels different from other villages, maybe because it's very near to Balmoral Castle, which is the summer residence of the royals, the summer castle, so to say. And it just seems more like catered towards wealthy people. I don't know, there's just a couple of really what seems like expensive hotels and bars. There are also the Highland Games that I think the Queen always attended in Braemar in the summer, so it feels like a bit more posh. Obviously you also have hikers and climbers, mountain bikers, but also people driving like expensive cars, and it has just a bit more of a posh vibe, which isn't a bad thing. It just feels a bit different than other villages, but still it's very cute and very beautiful, and it's the perfect location for hiking, for mountain biking. I bought a couple of things for the next days, like tissues for my nose, and now I'm going to get a breakfast and my first real coffee in over 5 or 6 days. Really excited. It's already 1 p.m. and I just set off from Braemar. I had a long, late breakfast, some coffee, and yeah, just a bit of rest, and now I'm on my way again towards Berlater and Gelder Shiel, and apparently it's a very beautiful walk through the woodlands, and yeah, really excited, and I'm feeling so much better. It's such a big difference from yesterday and the day before. Wow, this looks incredible. There's even a castle over there. And look at that, all the woodlands. Oh, look at that. Isn't this just so picturesque? Wow. This is such a nice walk today. It's so beautiful in the shade, in the forest. Oh, this is so nice. The Cairngorms are so beautiful. Wow. Look at those views. This is incredible. It's such a nice walk today. It's just perfect. Perfect weather, not too hot. Not long now. I think it's just under 2 kilometers to get to my end point for tonight, which is Gelder Shiel Bothy, and apparently it's the Royal Bothy and a really nice place. It's on Balmoral estate, which is crazy because the royals usually, obviously, they're very like far away from the public most times, but hikers in Scotland can come like very close to them. I mean, not close literally, but walking on their land, this feels so crazy. Just thinking about that I don't know, you could meet like the royals that walk in the hills in summer, probably not, but you get what I mean. It's yeah, it's crazy. It feels somewhat close in a weird way, but anyway, there's a Bothy there, and apparently it's a very nice place, and I'm going to set up the tent there. As you can see, it's a beautiful day, probably the last one for this week, because there's rain forecast for the next couple of days, so I want to have another really nice wild camp there and just watching the sunset, hopefully surrounded by mountains. It's going to be so great. I can't see it yet, but according to my maps, the Bothy is somewhere in this little wooded area. I made it to the Bothy, which is over there, and I'm pitched up in these beautiful woodlands. It's so nice, and there are a couple of other hikers here as well. This is such a beautiful spot. I'm under the trees, I can look out to the mountains. There's probably a really nice sunset tonight. Really excited. I'm going to make a coffee and have some sweets and then start dinner, and yeah, just the perfect day. I'm so happy that I'm feeling better. I'm so happy that it wasn't too hot today. It's just, yeah, feels really perfect right now. today has been such a beautiful day. It was so nice just taking it slow, having a slow morning, and then the stretch today was so beautiful. So the woodlands, and yeah, the weather was perfect, and yeah, just spending the evening here, just resting, looking out, watching the sunset has been incredible. Only 4 more days until I hopefully get to the East Coast, and yeah, couldn't be happier. And only one thing left to do. Cheers, day 11. Good night, see you tomorrow. I'm starting the day with a bit of heather walking. The path is a bit hit and miss, but I think only for a bit over 1 mile, and then I'm hopefully back on a better path. Good morning everyone on day 12 of the TGO challenge. I had quite a good night. It was the coldest one so far. I think the temperatures dropped to almost 3 degrees, but now it's only 8 o'clock, but it's already so warm. As you can see, not one single cloud in the sky. It's probably going to be a very warm day, and probably also the last really nice day, because the weather is supposed to get quite wet and unsettled for the last days of the challenge. So I'm trying to soak it all in today and make the most of it. I have a bit of a big day today. Again, I want to try and make it to Tarfside, which is I think 29 kilometers. I don't know if I can make it to Tarfside, but I want to try, because tomorrow is supposed to be very wet, and the day after too, so I can have 2 shorter days. And also Tarfside is one of the special places on the challenge, because a lot of people go through Tarfside, and there's a hostel that does food, and there's a bar, and apparently it's one of the biggest social gatherings on the challenge. So I'm trying to get there, just see what it's like, meet other challengers. It's probably going to be a bit tough, but I'm feeling so much better. My voice is almost back to normal, and now I really feel that I can actually finish the challenge in 3 days, which is crazy. It went by so quickly, but also it was very tough. So I'm also kind of happy that it's over, just to have a couple of days of rest and not hike for a little bit. But for now, let's start this day with some beautiful sunshine. So let's go. Completed my first climb for today, and I'm back down on the other side in Glen Muig, and I think there's a visitor center down there with some toilets, and I think I'm going to have a little break. This is so beautiful. Look at this. So peaceful and remote. Wow, just stunning. I just had a little snack break at the middle of Glen Muig, which is basically just a ranger station and toilets. But it's such a beautiful area. There are people out hiking, and now I have a bit of a trickier section, my second climb of the day, and also it's going over pathless terrain for 4 to 5 kilometers. There have been a lot of challenges probably that went through the area over the last 1 or 2 days, so I hope it won't be that hard finding my way. And yeah, heading up and over another mountain. It's really, really warm now. So far the pathless section has not been too bad. As you can see a little path from other hikers, which is really nice, and yeah, makes it a lot easier. Just miles and miles of heather and bog. The clouds in front of me are not looking too great. I think there might be a thunderstorm forming, so I think I'm going to have my lunch break in the Bothy and just see what happens if it starts raining or if the thunderstorm basically passes over. Because just after the Bothy I'm going over a mountaintop at almost 800 meters, so it's quite exposed, and I definitely don't want to go up there if there's thunder and lightning. Ooh, a very, very tiny Bothy. Oh, cute. I just had my lunch break and I just set off again because apparently the weather is not going to get better, but it didn't get worse so far either, so I thought I might just go ahead and continue. Hopefully go over the top and back down on the other side before it starts. Ooh, this is really hard now. There's no path whatsoever, and some bits are really, really, really boggy. I made it back to a track and I'm almost at the highest point now. This has been a really tough day so far. Quite a lot of elevation and it was so hot this morning. Woo! I made it to the top. Oh, yay! And now all downhill from here. Another little Bothy that I didn't even know existed. I think I'm going to have a look in there. It looks so cute. Ooh, just a really tiny Bothy. Ah. Wow, this is stunning. This is so beautiful. There's some live firing going on in the area, but according to a sign post I should be okay on the main path. That's still open. I can't believe how beautiful this area is. Honestly, I thought I would be out of the Cairngorms by now and it would just be like a bit dull and not that interesting, but it's so stunning. Really, really impressed with this stretch today. Even though I know I'm safe on this path, it's still weird hearing all the shooting noises from different areas, but not seeing where they actually come from. I hope that the shooting noises come from down there, because that means I will be past them in a few meters. Yeah, this is so scary, and I honestly don't know what are they shooting here. I didn't see any deer, nothing. I thought it was something from the military, but it's obviously not. This is honestly so weird. Just some random people shooting, and they all are wearing ear protection. But if you're hiking by, it's so loud, and yeah, I don't know. Probably controversial opinion, but it seems so unnecessary. It scares wildlife and people, and just because of what? I don't know. This just feels very strange, especially if it's not even the military that are training. Obviously, that I can see some logic behind that, but just some random people. I mean, you could do that if it's just about aiming. You could do that somewhere in a indoor space, something like that. Just, I don't know, it just feels very weird and very strange. But the loch is beautiful. This is Loch Lee. It's stunning. Not long now, I think it's only about 3.4 kilometers. Really happy to get to Tarfside, to hopefully get some food there. Cute. This is Tarfside. You can barely see anything, just a couple of houses behind the trees. But I will probably find the other challenges very quickly. It's so small, I think there isn't even signal here. Oh, this looks good. I just went to the hostel first. That's run basically for the challenge by other challengers, and I had a coffee and an apple, and there even is the possibility of taking a shower there, so I'm definitely doing that later. And now I'm just walking over to the village green, setting up my tent there. It was such a long day, but I'm so happy that I've made it, because I just saw there's a weather warning for tomorrow and the day after because of heavy rain, so even more happy that I can have some shorter days, and yeah, life is good. Oh, look at that. That's a lot of tents. This is it, the end of day 12 on the TGO challenge, and yeah, I had a really relaxing evening, and there's some sort of bar, and I had a barbecue and a veggie burger and some more food. Really happy that I got here. It was quite a tough day, a long day. It felt like it was going on forever in the end, and yeah, I was a bit anxious about the pathless sections, but really happy that I pushed through and that I made it. Good night, see you tomorrow. Good morning everyone, on day 13 of the TGO challenge. I had a really good night in Tarfside. I had such a good night's sleep, even though there were so many challengers pitched up on the in the middle of the village. But it was so nice meeting people that I met a couple of days ago, meeting them again, sharing stories. And I just set off again. It's not even 8 o'clock, but I want to do some miles before the rain starts. There's still a yellow rain warning. Apparently it's going to start in the afternoon, and it's basically supposed to rain for 36 hours. I have a bit of a shorter day. Initially I wanted to go a bit more into the hills again, but it's really cloudy and there's probably no views anyway, so I thought after a couple of long days and where I suffered a bit with my cold, I'm just going to take it easy. I'm just doing 10-11 miles and then going to a bothy and hopefully spend the night there if it's not full yet when I get there, and just shelter from the rain because it's also supposed to be very windy and cold. This is the last little bit tougher day when it comes to the terrain, I think, because there's a bit of a pathless section too for me today, but yeah, hopefully that should be okay while it's still dry. And yeah, then only 2 more days and I'm kind of ready to also finish the challenge because it's been quite challenging for my body and also mentally, but yeah, for now I think I'll just start the day, start walking, and let's go. I'm on the pathless section for today, but luckily it's not that wet or boggy, which definitely makes things easier. I think I have to go over that top and then I will hopefully see a track back down in the distance on the other side that I can aim for. I already suspected that I had to climb a fence, but it's not on the maps yet, so I wasn't sure, but the person that was checking my route told me about that. Ooh, it's quite high. I don't know how I can climb it. Let's see, maybe up there. Maybe up there. Ooh, there's a gate. Yay, don't have to climb it. Even better. Ooh, I can see the track over there. It seems so close, but it's quite hard walking through the heather. Oh. I've just came down this very steep hill, a lot steeper than it looked on the map. I think I'm just going to cross here and then I can see the track over there. I've made it! Last pathless section of this TGO is done! Yay! I only have about 4 kilometers to get to Charr Bothy, which is my endpoint for tonight. I'm even there if it's very early, but just to have a bit of an easier day. And also there's no need for me to hurry to get to Stonehaven because I have 2 days to finish and I have my room booked in Montrose in 2 days. So yeah, I think it's a good place to stop there, and then I'll have another 20 kilometers tomorrow and another 15 the day after to get to the finish line. And yeah, really excited just to sit in the bothy, make a coffee, read a little bit, maybe edit a little bit. This is Charr Bothy. Let's have a look inside. Oh, this is it. Apparently there's no fireplace, so it can't be heated, but there's one sleeping platform and then another room and another room. Ooh. Oh, nice. Really nice space. I think I made the right call in coming here, just having an easier day, just resting. I'm going to make a coffee now and read for a bit. And yeah, just have a bit of an easier day, not having to worry about where to set up the tent in high winds and strong rain. This is it, the end of day 13 of my TGO challenge. It rains so heavily the entire afternoon and it's so windy outside and it's really horrible weather. And so yeah, I'm really happy that I'm in the Bothy. There are 2 other challenges here and we basically have each our own little room in the Bothy, which is really nice. Only 2 days left, or 1.5 days even, and see you tomorrow. Good night.